Rose family, it's your girl Serenity Rose, and we are back with another video. And yes, you guys guessed it. Well, did you really guess it if you saw it in the title? Anyways, we are doing a soft glam look. This has been really trendy on YouTube as far as the beauty community goes. Soft glam is in right now, and this is just my interpretation of soft glam. This is just one of my soft glam looks. And if you like it and you want to see how I got it, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I just got out the shower. I washed my hair, and it is a bit shorter because I did get layers cut into it. So that is why it looks shorter. So I'm going to let it air dry while I'm getting ready. And I'm going to pop this headband on so I don't get no makeup in my hair. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to apply some moisturizer to my lips. I'm just taking some Carmex. Okay, so now I'm going to do my brows. So first I'm going to outline them with the Makeup Revolution brow pencil in dark brown. Freaking love this packaging. So now I'm going to fill them in using the powder from the Brow Bar by Rima kit. I've really been loving this. I want to say I spoke about this in my January favorites, but they're really pigmented and really easy to work with, and they don't look too harsh on your eyebrows. And I'm not trying to go for harsh eyebrows today. So I take the black shade and fill in this portion and then like ombre it out with the lighter brown shade. So now I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to take the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer in Creamy Beige and start cleaning them up. And then I'm going to use a flat round brush to get really precise, and then a concealer buffer brush to buff it out. Okay, so now I'm going to prime the eyes for eyeshadow, and I have a new concealer. I've tried this concealer before, it's just a new shade. This is the AOA Studio Liquid Concealer in Buff, and I know this is way too light to use under my eyes, so I'm going to use it as a eyeshadow primer. I really like that it's a squeezy tube too, because then I can just apply it straight to the lid. Same buffer brush. Then I'm going to take my beauty sponge and just blend it out a bit more so it's nice and even and there's no excess product. And because this concealer is so creamy, I definitely want to set that down really quickly. So to set that down, I'm going to take the Palladio Race Powder in Translucent and set it in place. And before I set it, I'm just going to blend it out again, just to blend out any creases that might have occurred within the time frame from me blending it out the first time to getting my powder. So I think I'm going to take you guys out of live focus because I need to be more zoomed in, I think. So give me a second. Okay, I feel like that's much better. So I've set the lids with the Palladio powder, and that powder is like super white, which is why I normally don't use it on my face. I mainly use it just to set eyeshadow, primer, concealer, whatever the case is. Since I am creating a soft glam look today, I thought that it would only be appropriate to use a palette that coincides with that theme. So I'm taking the Colourpop Bare Necessities palette, and as you can see, there's a whole bunch of nice, soft, warm tone, neutral colors in here that would be perfect for a soft glam. So for transition, you want to go like really, really soft. So I think I'm going to take the shade Hustler, which is this. Oh, I just put my nail in it. I just put my nail in the one on top. Okay, I'm gonna stop messing with this. So I'm gonna take the shade Hustler, which is this light peachy type of tone, and put that in the crease. And I'm using the M501 from Morphe. Okay, so that shade is very, very light, but it does show up a bit, which is really nice because it's a really nice transition soft shade. So I'm going to go in with something a bit more brown. I'm going to take the shade Hot Gossip, which is this shade right here. It's a nice soft brown, and also apply that in the crease. So I'm going to go back in with that first shade, Hustler, and blend out the edges again. So that way it looks nice and soft and diffused. So now for the outer corner, I'm going to take the shade called Tabloid, which is a much like deeper brown, not too deep, nothing too harsh, and pack that on lightly on the outer corner. Okay, so now that that's done, as you can see, it doesn't look too harsh. It just looks very nice and soft. So now I'm going to go in with the lid, and I'm not going to do a cut crease because a cut crease can be a bit too defined for me for a soft glam. So I want it to look very soft and seamless. So I'm going to take a nice light shade. I think I'm going to try to take... Okay, so my hair is a bit more dry now. I did take a break. I ordered Chinese food and I just finished eating. So let's finish off this look. Okay, so for the lid shade, I'm going to take the shade called In the Buff. And it's like this grayish white. And pack that on the lid. I'm just going to use the other side of this brush. I don't know where it's from. It's just a double-sided brush. One flat packer side and then a fluffy blending side. That looks a bit bright, but I feel like it'll come together. So I'm going to take that shade Hot Gossip and then go back into the crease a bit. I'm still going to pack it on the outer edges. So I think that is all I'm going to be doing for eyes for right now. I feel like it looks really pretty, soft, simple, natural. So let's move on to the rest of the process of beating this face. Okay, so for mascara, I'm going to take the Essence Lash Princess Mascara, which looks like this. And I'm not going to be doing any wing liner because I feel like that takes away from the soft look. I could do a brown shadow liner, but I like the way it looks right now, so I'm just going to leave it as is. I actually might add liner because the mascara got on the lid, so I might just add a thin liner just to cover that up. I swear, every time I use this mascara, I just fall in love with it all over again. So for eyeliner, I'm taking the Essence Super Last Eyeliner. You guys know I love this one and the Precise version. Super good, super matte, super black, very easy to work with. And if I really wanted to keep it really soft and natural and basic on the eyes, I wouldn't be adding lashes, but I do have lashes that aren't over dramatic and give the eyes something really nice and simple to the lashes. So I'm taking the Airway Studio Premium Lashes in the style Jessica, and this is what they look like. They're very, very wispy, and once I apply them, you guys will know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to pop them on off camera, and you guys will see what I'm talking about. So this is the lashes on, and as you can see, they're not too full. They're nicely spaced out, and they just look really nice. And you can still see the soft glam through them, which is really, really nice. I think these are going to be one of my new favorite lashes, especially from this line, brand, whatever. They're only $1.88, and they are like high quality. I just got rid of my last pair. The last pair that I used was in the style Lydia, and I just tossed them because I used them like 10 to 15 times and they were worn out. But for $1.88, 10 to 15 times of wear, definitely worth it. And these are so pretty. Okay, let's move on to the base. So I'm going to moisturize, and for moisturizer, I'm taking the Pixi Skin Treats H2O Skin Drink. It's a pure hydration gel, and this is one of my all-time favorite moisturizers. So now that we're moisturized, we are going to prime, and for primer, I'm taking the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and this stuff is hella good. This does definitely fill in your pores. As you can see, I used quite a bit of it, so we're just going to use this to prime. This doesn't really do much for like prolonging the wear of your makeup, but it will fill in those pores. So for foundation, I'm going to be taking the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation in the shade F11. I love this foundation. It's super full coverage, not too drying on the face, not too heavy. It actually doesn't feel heavy at all. So it comes with a big doe foot applicator. I'm just going to apply straight to the face and then blend it out with the sponge. Okay, on camera it's not picking up, but in person this looks a little bit more pink for some reason. Not sure what's going on here. So I'm going to mix in another foundation. I'm going to add some of the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation in W6 Sun Beige. This stuff is amazing. I use this foundation to go to work or whenever I work. And it looks really nice and natural and it matches me pretty well. So I'm going to add about that much and just blend it out. Okay, so the foundation is nice and blended out. Now it's time for concealer. So I'm going to be using the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer in M400 Warm Nude. And again, the doe foot on this is freaking huge. So I'm going to put it in the usual spots under eye, bridge of the nose, forehead, and chin. Maybe Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to mix in my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade Walnut just to match it a bit more to my color. Because this is soft glam, so you don't want it to be too bright. So to set that in place, I'm taking the LA Girl Pro Face HD Press Powder in Creamy Natural, which looks like this. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. Then for the rest of the face, I'm going to take the MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation in C43, and this shade matches me a bit more. And I will also dust it over where I put concealer just so everything looks cohesive. And I'm taking the powder brush from Equate, which is the Walmart-like brand. So for bronzer, I'm going to be using the Wander Beauty Trip for Two Blush and Bronzer Duo, which looks like that. Really pretty bronzer. And then I'm going to use the Real Techniques 201 brush, which is their powder brush. I'm going to use the same bronzer to contour my nose. So I'm going to take the same pressed powder from LA Girl to clean up the bronzer. Then I'm going to use the brush to just dust it away and blend it in a bit. Next is blush. So for blush, I'm taking the Ofra Madison Miller collab in Sweet Stuff, which looks like that. And I'm going to go in with a very light hand, and I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk small point blush brush and just tap into it, dust off the excess, and go in with a very light hand. So next I'm going in with highlight. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlight in Molten Gold. I'm going to use the M310 brush, again from Morphe. It's just a fan brush. So I know the highlight looks a bit intense, but don't worry, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. So now I'm going to finish off my lower lash line. So for the lower lash line, I'm just going to take the shade Hot Gossip and just smoke it out so everything stays nice and soft. Okay, so I feel like I can barely see that shade, so I'm going to tap into the shade Tabloid. So I think that looks pretty good. Now I'm just going to add some lower lash mascara, and I'm going to use the same mascara I used for the top lashes. I'm going to line my waterline using the Rimmel Scandalized liner in Nude. And then for inner corner highlight, I'm going to take the Wet n Wild loose highlighter in I'm So Lit. And because everything's so soft, I gotta have a booming inner corner highlight. And I'm just going to apply that using the M152, the small little fluffy brush. Now I'm going to set my eyebrows down using the Brow Bar brow gel from the powder kit. So now I'm going to set everything down in place, and I'm going to be using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And then on the places that I applied highlight, I'm going to just press it in with the sponge. I actually forgot to apply highlight to my Cupid's bow, so I'm just going to dab some of that loose highlighter on. Last but not least is lips. So for liner, I'm taking the Colourpop Lippy Pencil in BFF3 and lining my lips. And then for the center, I'm going to take the Buxom Vava Plump. I'm going to say it's a liquid lipstick in the shade Russian to You, which is like a peachy pink. I know it looks intense at first, but just give me a second. Give me a second, sis. And then for gloss, I'm taking the Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip in Fantasia, which is like a brownie nude, but it is really, really sheer. So this is the completed look. Let me see if I can make my hair look somewhat presentable without straightening it, and I will be back with the outro. So that brings this video to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed. I just flipped my hair to this side and turned my pajama shirt into an off the shoulder shirt, and I love minions, so don't come for the minions. Don't come for the minions. And this is just my interpretation of soft glam. Nothing over the top, not too much blush, not too much highlighter, nothing crazy on the eye, something really soft and not so structured. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below what you guys thought about my interpretation of soft glam. If you enjoyed watching the video, drop a thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button right in this corner over here to join the Rose family, and also check out my next video. I would love to have you guys join the Rose family. And on that note, I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night wherever you guys are, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.